Gama pani sa ga ni da ma pa da pa ga ga ma ga re ga sa re ni sa pa ni da ga ma pa sa सर्वेश्वरी जगदीश्वरी सर्वेश्वरी जगदीश्वरी हे मातृरूप महेश्वरी सर्वेश्वरी जगदीश्वरी हे मातृरूप महेश्वरी ममतामयी करुणामयी ममतामयी करुणामयी हे मातृरूप महेश्वरी सर्वेश्वरी सर्वेश्वरी जगदीश्वरी हे मातृरूप महेश्वरी जगजीवनी संजीवनी समस्त जीवनेश्वरी जगजीवनी संजीवनी समस्त जीवनेश्वरी है महेश्वरी सर्वेश्वरी सर्वेश्वरी जगदीश्वरी हे मातृरूप महेश्वरी ममतामयी करुणामयी ममतामयी करुणामयी हे मातृरूप महेश्वरी कृपालिनी जगतारिणी प्रतिपल भुवन हिजेश्वरी कृपालिनी जगतारिणी प्रतिपल भुवन हिजेश्वरी हे मातृरूप महेश्वरी सर्वेश्वरी जगदीश्वरी हे मातृरूप महेश्वरी ममतामयी करुणामयी ममतामयी करुणामयी हे मातृरूप महेश्वरी तमहारनी गम प गम प नि द म प गम प स नि ध ग नि द म प द प ग म प म ग रे रे ग म प स ग रे नि द द नि स द नि स द नि स नि स ग रे स तमहारनी शुभ मनमोहिनी विश्वेश्वरी तमहारिणी शुभकारिणी मनमोहिनी विश्वेश्वरी है मातृरूप महेश्वरी सर्वेश्वरी सर्वेश्वरी जगदीश्वरी है मातृरूप महेश्वरी ममतामयी करुणामयी ममतामयी करुणामयी है मातृरूप महेश्वरी सर्वेश्वरी 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 जगदीश्वरी है मातृरूप महेश्वरी.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the UK Meditation Evening Meditation Program. So this evening, we are going to meditate in preparation for Shiva Puja on opening the heart, keeping the heart open. We'll listen to a talk from deep in the countryside of the heart of England, in the south. Open your heart. This is a talk that many of us are very familiar with, but it's a very complex talk with many layers. And even listening 15 years later, one hears the same words with a different meaning, a different context in our lives. This talk is actually 58 minutes on Nyamala video. On YouTube, it's been edited. So tonight we're going to have the opportunity to listen to the first 20 minutes of the talk, which includes a lovely, Shumaraji talks about the importance of having seminars, which people often haven't heard. She talks about how to ascend. So after the talk, we'll have silent meditation, and then we'll listen to two songs that were prepared and sung to Srimataji in her presence at the beginning of the puja, before the talk, to welcome her, and were sung with great depth and heart and had been practiced the day before. And the first song is written by a Sajogini, and all was learnt and performed with harmonies by the yogis at the time in 1981. But still you can feel the depth of the vibrations. After the music song, we'll have more silent meditation and close the meditation with flute music for those who would like to meditate longer. So let's begin the meditation tonight by raising our Kundalini and giving a bandhan. So let's just take a few minutes to settle ourselves, to let all the cares and thoughts of the day drop away. With our hands on our laps, we'll let our attention rise from the Muladhara up through the chakras, Kundalini rising through Swadhisthana, Nabhi, void, heart, Vishuddhi, Agya, and through the Sasrara. O Shri Mataji, we humbly ask, please bless us. Give us that pure connection with you in your heart that goes beyond all daily cares. Let us go beyond into the realm of the Spirit, where you alone exist. Let us feel that silence settle into us. Let us feel your presence with us wherever we are meditating in front of your being. Let us open ourselves and feel that you are with us, that we are with you. You are all around, within, without, every moment of our lives. Let us, in this present moment, be consciously aware of your presence within us. We humbly ask to feel one with you. There is no separation between us, as you are the sun, we are the sunlight. We are bound in your heart for all time. Let us feel ourselves melt into your being, into the silence of your being. And let us now listen to your words and let us be relaxed. Let your words wash over, wash through us, and be absorbed into the depth of our being. Jai Shri Mataji. Let us start the talk now.
What a beautiful place we are all in. It's a real blessing of Sahaja Yoga. For all of you to relax well. Because in relaxation only you realize that we are now realized souls, that we have entered into the kingdom of heaven, that we can see the beauty what God has created around us, that we have become sensitive to His grace and to His kindness and to His love. It's a seminar that you have arranged and I'm very happy. I always wanted you to arrange seminars and that you all should meet together and live together and understand each other. The seminars on the gross level, they work out many things, no doubt. But on subtler levels, seminars of the Sahajogis means a lot. It means that a strong nucleus is being consolidated in various places in a country. And these strongholds, or we can say the strong nucleus, which is created like this, can form a mechanism by which beams of strong vibrations could flow or could be thrown all over the places. It's a very great task to build up these mechanisms, these divine mechanisms, in different parts of your country. Let's take her out for a while. For example, Mother Earth has done her job. Wherever it was possible for her, she has created living deities to show that God exists, that you can now test their vibrations and see for yourself how she has worked very hard. She has created all this beautiful universe. She has created you also. She has created the Kundalini within you. She represents the beautiful nature, we can say. In her company, in her bounties, when you are drenched and you all meet each other, you see for yourself that how she blesses all of you just the same. There is no difference between you and any other person for her. But those who are sensitive, are subtler people, enjoy her much more than you people do. Now the problem that exists in every country has its own style, I have seen. And as in this country also we have a style of problems which comes. Gradually it's changing its form. In the beginning I found that people were over-aggressive, skeptical, and also could be rude also sometimes. It's all right. Makes no difference to me. Now gradually they started changing over. Now they are becoming aware of what they have got, what role they are playing, how important it is to be an Englishman. And when I say English, I mean all the English people, not Wales or anything different. And how they have to become part and parcel of the heart of the universe. I wonder how many of you really realize how important it is to be an Englishman. That everything that happens in this country circulates. For example, if this royal wedding had taken place in any other royal family, it would not have circulated so much. Everything circulates from this country. Maybe you may not think much of yourself. You may think that what is so great? After all, England is like any other country. But you see why people accept so many things from you, like even a monarchy. I mean, most of the countries have thrown away their monarchies. And in this country it exists and it has a respectable position. And the symbol of a monarchy is still lingering here in a very proud way. Then the marriage itself. So marriages of royal families are always detested and protested and nobody is interested. And such a auspicious thing should take place here and that everybody should see it. So many countries should watch it and appreciate it and enjoy it of all the things. Is something surprising. It transcends all rationality, all understanding of even logic. We can say that what is the logic behind it. But if you are enjoying it, you just enjoy. You don't want to think about it, why you are enjoying. So one has to understand that you are part and parcel of the heart of the universe. One thing is essential, that you have to be very flexible people. You have to have the flexibility of the heart cells, we can say. Now, heart has to pump. It has to be strong. And surprisingly, lion is your emblem. So you have to have a lion's heart. And lion's heart means he's not afraid. He's the king. He knows he's the king and he lives like a king. Like a lion. And Leo, as in astrology, or if you say, is a man who is extremely generous. Lion-hearted, not afraid of anyone. There should be no fear. But English language, if you read anyone, or if you listen to anyone, every third sentence will come with the word, I'm afraid. I'm afraid to say, I'm afraid this is so. This word must be dropped out from the vocabulary of Saj Yogis. What is there to be afraid of? Some people say that this is said because we do not want to hurt other people. There are so many other ways of saying things without hurting others. But what is there to be afraid of? A man who is weak cannot love. Only a strong person can love. If you talk of love, first of all, see whether you are strong enough to love or not. Loving is not an easy thing, even carnal love. Even loving your beloved in the ordinary sense is not an easy thing. You have to have a very strong moral concept. Otherwise, every third minute people start changing their loves. That kind of a love has no meaning. You have to have a very firm ideas. Not only ideas in your brain, but built within you. Very few people can really have a love as Romeo had, I can tell you this. It's easy to think that you are a Romeo. It's different. You can think you are the king of England, it's all right. But you don't become that way. So, to be Romeo itself, you have to have a tremendous character, a tremendous sense of sacrifice and love and understanding of what you want. You want to love, that's all. Nothing beyond or before. I mean, a man, when he falls in love forever and ever and ever. If he falls in love many a times, it cannot be love. So that experience also is sort of a forbidden fruit for most of them. So to love God is even more difficult. Without seeing Him, without knowing Him, without knowing His bounties, without getting realization, it is very difficult. But today that is not the case. But still you have to have no fear in your mind. Trust. You trust yourself and trust others. First of all, try to trust yourself. If you have made mistakes, you have to say, yes, I have made mistakes, all right. So what? Trust yourself that you can correct yourself also. Trusting doesn't mean blind ego trip. It does not mean that. Trust means that, yes, I can correct myself. I can improve. I can do better. Some people think that if you trust yourself, then you should never confess anything that you have done wrong. That you should never say that it was wrong and I can correct. This is a wrong idea. You have to trust yourself by saying that yes, I have done mistakes, I have been doing wrong, I have been faltering, but I can correct. I have that strength within me. I can rise above all these things. I have that thing within me which I can use to my advantage. Trust yourself. Trust that you are realized. Trust that God loves you, that He has chosen you to be His instrument. Love yourself. You are unique, no doubt. As it is human beings, every individual is a unique person. But after realization, you are definitely a unique person. It never means ego trip. One has to use discretion about understanding. It never means ego trip. If you cannot correct yourself, you are not master of yourself. Yes, you are not perfect. You are unique, but you are not perfect. You have to perfect yourself. These words can be very confusing. When I say you are unique, immediately you think you are perfect. These are two words, unique and perfect. Somebody can be unique, but he can have imperfections. So you have to perfect yourself. And trust in yourself that you can perfect yourself. Through your Kundalini awakening, clearing your chakras, by understanding yourself, you can perfect yourself. You have to perfect. I have So many ways I tell you. Directly, sometimes indirectly, through friends, somehow point out that this is the problem with you. You should think that I am within you. I am that part within you which is discretion. When you do not understand your own discretion, I try to give you the direction, by this way or that way. But people feel hurt, people feel bad, or some of them accept it. If you are seekers and if you are ascending, you are definitely unique, or especially blessed, and you have to pay special attention to yourself. You can't afford to play with yourself. So you have to discriminate between ego or ego trips, as they call it, and ascent. Ego trips bring you back with the worst hurting. It would be something like throwing you in the air and again you come back with a bump and break one of your necks or something like that. That's what ego trip is. But ascent is where you really rise above. Not only that you rise, but with you, you make others rise. In your ascent, you develop tremendous powers. The higher you ascend, the better it is. But not by understanding that I am perfect, you can ascend. Never so. There's a story of a teacher and his student. The teacher was very kind to the student, and he would come and show him his creations. He was very kind to him. And every time he would say that I have done this good and this is the thing that I have not been able to do. So will you please tell me how to correct it? And the teacher would say, yes, good. You better correct this part. Then do this. And one day the student came and said, now this is perfect. He said, you are no more student now. So he said, no more. You are not to come to me anymore. There was another student who was coming every day and correcting himself. And he told to his teacher that today I think I can teach others, but not yet perfect. He said, all right, you go and teach. The third one was a student who came, and he was always trying to see what was the mistake and how he has to correct, and how he worked very hard, very assiduous, very hard working. And he came to his teacher one day and he said, sir, I will not trouble you anymore now. He said, true, now you take my seat. That is what one has to understand. You ascend, you will become humbler. It is just the other way around, people understand. You see, when they ascend, they think we have achieved some special powers. I don't know, suddenly self-certification starts, you see. I'm very good in spirituality, I'm very high up and all that. This self-certificate starts. And then it can reach such a point that suddenly you found you are on the earth again. This kind of thing is not the way it works out. Actually, the people who ascend, there are certain qualities that show on them. The first thing is your collectivity. How collective you are. With how many people you can carry on. At how many things you can laugh. That is one of the biggest qualities. The second quality is that how much you accept another's domination, who cuts down your collectivity. You must have your personality separate from everyone. If you allow others to cut your personality, say for example, there's a boss and you are the employee, and the boss is not realized soul and you are a realized soul. Or maybe both are realized souls. Take it like that. And one of them is ascending. Then he becomes humbler, he becomes better, there are congenial relationships. But to a point. He will never compromise with his boss when it comes to his ascent, to his collectivity, to his giving, to his doing things for others. On that point, he'll never have any domination, because how much you feel responsible about yourself is the second point. How much you are responsible to be there, to be a cell in the heart. Any cell that fails the heart. Every cell in the heart has to be extremely sensitive and extremely obedient to the self, to the spirit. It has to activate, work harder when there is need, there are emergency. And it enjoys the most. And no impurity should be allowed. The third point. As I told you, first is collectivity, secondly your responsibility. And third point is purity. Purity of your own heart, first of all. Of your own heart, about sincerity, cunningness. As I am saying this, you will be realizing that all Englishmen believe in the contrary. Nowadays. Not olden times, but nowadays. Clean heart, transparent, open heart. Trust others. Talk to everyone with an open heart. Trust others. Why do you doubt? If you do not doubt yourself, you will not doubt others. What are they going to take away from you? What have you got? Nobody can take away your nose, eyes, nothing. It's all quite intact. It's all nicely glued down. So nothing is going to disappear. What are they going to hurt to a person who is a realized soul? If your heart is clean, you can see the other person clearly through and through. Innocence is such a powerful thing that even a glance is sufficient to kill a Satan. Purity of heart. Actually, when the heart becomes impure, the impurity flows down to other places. It is not the other way round. It is from the heart. Many people believe that it's the body that becomes impure. I think it is the heart which becomes really impure, and then it starts trickling down to the body, and then it is residual there, it settles down there. So have a clean, open heart like a child's heart. Open heart. What is there to be afraid of anyone? What is there not to trust anyone? What is there to be angry with anyone? Talk to everyone, shake hands with everyone, be nice to everyone. On the way you find somebody's difficulty, give him a hand. If somebody cannot sit properly or has a problem, you try to remove the problem. If the person cannot stand, give the place. Try to give from your clean heart. If your heart is not clean, it can never give. Now, how do you clean the heart? It's the subject which Felicity wanted me to discuss, is how to clean the heart. There's no broom available for that in the supermarket. There are no fairy liquids or anything to wash it down. But there is a way. Allow your heart to be drenched in your mother's love. Just allow. See how much she loves you. I trust you.
Let's meditate on our heart. Let us pray and vow to Mother to be the pure cells in her heart, that we can fulfill her vision and create this change in the world, to create a new country of spiritual people, of joy and light, as she's promised us. Srimataji, we thank you for everything you have given us, the hope, the vision, the tools to achieve inner peace. May you be recognized for the great incarnation, the Divine Mother that you are. Let us meditate a little more in the silence, and meditate and feel the power, the enormity of your being within us. After a few minutes, we will have some quiet music to end our meditation. Jai Shri Mataji. So thank you all for joining us this evening. There is more of the talk. Everything is on Nirmala Vidya, the music, the rest of the talk. This is the photo from the puja. Let us all be strong instruments of our mother's love. We will listen to some quiet music for those who wish to meditate in this peace for longer. And we can give Bandhan and raise Kundalini individually when we are ready. Jai Shri Mataji.